Namaste, Namaskar, Pranam, and the Gita Dhyanam before Gita part. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshiniम् Bhagavatiम् Ashtadashaധ്യായിനിम् Ambam Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Om, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave the enlightenment to Arjuna Partha, and the old sage Vyasa incorporated it in the Mahabharata. O bestower of the nectar-like knowledge of Advaita, the non-dualism, and O beloved mother, you comprised of 18 chapters. My beloved mother, my affectionate mother, the destroyer of the rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Salutations to Sri Krishna. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. O son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur of demonic tendencies, and the heartthrob, the extreme delight of Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the Supreme Guru of the universe, my salutations to you. And today our reading of the 9th Shloka of the first chapter, Arjuna Vishad Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Again, Duryodhana telling Dronacharya. Now he has come to tell Dronacharya about their own Kaurava army. And what he says, Anye cha bahvaha shura madarthe tyakta jivitaha nana shastra praharanaha sarve yuddha visharadaha. The dialogue, or rather monologue of Duryodhan with his guru Dronacharya continues. In the preceding verses, we have seen how Duryodhana has in an insulting manner spoken to Dronacharya, and in the last verse, the 8th shlok, he has tried to pacify Dronacharya, feeling a bit of a regret of what he had spoken earlier. Now, while narrating the generals, the great warriors in the army of Kauravas, Duryodhana has first mentioned Dronacharya himself, and then he had relegated the second position to grandsire Bhishma, the Pitamaha Bhishma. You look at the way Duryodhana is playing diplomatically. First he places Dronacharya, then Bhishma, and then his bosom friend, his nearest and dearest and closest friend Karna. Then Dronacharya's brother-in-law Krupacharya, then Dronacharya's son Ashwathama, then his own Duryodhana, his own third brother Vikarna, and the son of Saumadatta. He has narrated the great warriors on Kaurava side. But surprisingly, while he had taken 3 verses to describe the great warriors on Pandava side, he completes his narration listing of the great warriors, the generals of Kaurava army. Within this one shlok, he completes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names. And that's it. Then he comes to Anyecha Bahavaha Shura. There are Anya is others. Cha and Bahavaha, many. Shuraha, heroes. Madarthe tyakta jivitaha. Madarthe, for my sake. Tyakta jivataha, who have given up their lives, who are prepared to die for my sake. Nana Shastra Praharana. Nana Shastra Praharana is armed with various weapons and astras and missiles. Sarve Yuddha Visharadaha. All of those, they are well skilled in battles, in warfare. Now, look, even at this stage, that aham of Duryodhana is not going off. The me and my, that egotistic sense. First of all, he is talking to a great teacher, Dronacharya, who is recognized by one and all to be one of the best teachers in the world. And first, initially, he has spoken to Dronacharya in such a sarcastic manner, in insulting manner. Then he has tried to pacify. But in that 8th shloka also, he talks about, in the 7th shloka, Asmakam tu Vishishtaye. He talks first as our army also has good, very valiant, very brave fighters. Nayaka mama sainyasya. Now he talks about my army in that 7th shloka. So that minus, I, that cannot leave Duryodhana. And here again in the 9th verse, he again repeats that same I, that Madarthe tyakta jivata, mat arthe, for my sake, they can lay down their lives. So, the literal translation of this 9th verse becomes, and there are yet other heroes, well trained in warfare, who, equipped with manifold weapons and missiles, a variety of weapons and missiles, are ready to lay down their lives for my sake. This I, this me and mine, this egotistic tendency, this itself is going to ruin the possessor of this egotistic tendency. And it is not only for Duryodhana, for all of us. Till the time we lay claim to me and mine, this problem is always going to be there. So that was the 9th verse that Duryodhana has spoken to Dronacharya, which was in turn redirected by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. And next we will see what Duryodhana still has to talk a lot, but now he is not listing the warriors on his side. Not like the 3 verses he has spent on listing the warriors on Pandava's side. Here within the 8th verse, the 8th shlok, he has completed the personal listing. And now he talks about there are very many and all that. So tomorrow in our next reading of the 10th verse, let us see what he further has to say. Because Duryodhana can't keep quiet just like that. Since he is shaken, since he has the guilt feeling that whatever I am doing is actually not right. He knows it, but he can't help it. He is so much I-minded that he has forgotten, he has lost his sense of righteousness. And let us see what tomorrow, in the 10th verse, what he says to Dronacharya and others. So for today, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.